Howard Zehr. This
Yes.
is Naoko Obi. Naoko Obi. Howard Zehr is my advisor
Yes.
from Eastern
How do you
Mennonite
do?
University. So I just wanted to interview you about my internship and expectations from this point on. We're 2 months in now. Already. It's really incredible. And just wanted to talk to you about how it's gone so far and expectations for what might happen in the next 4 months or so. And as far as the role that I have here and contributions to CDJEX.
Okay, well, it has been a great time for the. I didn't actually realize that we have already spent 2 months together, but from the day one, since your arrival, our expectation was, I think, quite high. But you have achieved so much than what we have actually expected initially. Yeah, that has really been great because I used to work in the Division of External Relations. I myself is a protection officer, legal officer, as a profession, and that's how I started. And if you have been working just in the protection or legal prospect, you would never have understood how important it is to get your message across to the people that you need to reach out, how you convince others what you believe that should happen. It's not just the legal work that you write and you interpret the articles, but when you really want to enhance and strengthen the protection of people that you care for, this is the area that UNHCR has not been very good at. There has been some, very specialized group of people who will be talking to the media, who will be doing press conference and so forth, and we only observe. We have never been part of it.
Right.
But I have seen when I was working in the Division of External Relations how really important it is to have very simple messages but to reach out as many people as possible. So that's why when I came to this current position, and when I heard that another intern who used to work with us knows you and you were willing to come, we were very much looking forward to it. Because I think that's how I wanted. The issue that we are tackling with, the age, gender, and diversity the mainstreaming, if we simply produce papers and if we simply have some conferences inviting NGOs and governments, we will never reach out to the people that you have to reach out within the organization and outside the organization. And for that, we need means to how you try to get across your message. And you have done so much because for the International Women's Day, you have produced a video. We have come up with a very simple message. Now people cite that message. And I think this is a very powerful tool to emphasize what is important that we believe in. Another thing is the blog. This is, UNHCR headquarters, we have only 600 people. But worldwide, I think we are now more or less 6,000 people to reach out. And not everybody has bought in this concept of age, gender, and diversity mainstreaming.
Right.
Then how do you, those persons that you don't regularly have contact with, how do you send out that message? Just through email? Normally those emails are never opened if you receive such messages from somebody that you don't know of. And this technology that if we can make use of it, this is really a powerful tool.
Well, and it's a learning for me as well because outside of Hollywood and traditional documentary filmmaking, this is really exciting for me to see how video can be infused into an organization and how necessary that is. And I really feel like I've been discovering in the past few months that in learning this new edit program, I never looked at a manual. I probably looked at a manual once recently because I've been doing only video tutorials, and I'm really realizing more and more that this medium is literacy. It's not pop culture literacy, it's not media literacy, it's just literacy, period. And what I love too is the openness here to explore that. And I think that that's, for me, what's making this work so well is that you guys are wide open, and there's not a threat. It's not, because it can be threatening to someone because it is a powerful medium, but because a lot of people don't understand it. And what I've found in working with this section is that not only are you open to it and you're just sort of opening those doors, but people are adapting really quickly, and people are sending me suggestions for blog posts, and it really is a group effort. It feels like people are just like, even George, the section, the division head, said, like, I don't really know what we're talking about, but it's great. Like he really, and I think that that's an amazing attitude. Yeah. So that's really helpful for me. That creates a synergy.
And you actually opened that avenue for us. So
good. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
But then there's also something that I wanted to say about the way that you operate too, because in this concept of gender justice and balance of power, watching the way that you operate, you're sort of like a velvet hammer. In the sense that you're leading this section, and I think for women of that came of age in the 80s, there was this feeling that women had to be so aggressive and act like men and wear modifications of men's clothing. And I've really begun to change that over the years, and it's been a hard habit to get out of, to be just like a big bulldozer, because, but I just want to let you know that I think that your approach is so powerful, and it is without that, like, taking on those characteristics of male aggression. And I want to tell you how important that is. It's just really important as an example for people who are working here. And it makes me understand how powerful you can be if you're just operating out of your strength of that you're doing the right thing and that you're working on something that you're passionate about.
Yeah. Well, in that sense, I think the team is really great, the CDJX. Take each one of the individuals. They have certain personalities, and this mix, and we have this multiplying effect when they're all combined. It's such a powerful dynamics that creates.
It is really powerful.
Yeah. So I'm really enjoying to work with every one of them. Yeah, including you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks. Is there anything else that we should talk about?
No, so for the next 4 months, it will be great because the evaluation process will be going on. And I really wanted to make sure that this is not the process which we just observe and, okay, the final report is here. But I want to make sure that this process is a learning process for the entire organization. So for that, and also to make sure that some of the snapshots which may be coming up from time to time from the evaluation process is immediately disseminated, and people also start to discuss those issues which may be arising. I think that's an important thing, because we don't want to wait until the end of the year. Okay, here is the report, and there is a risk that the report will be again shelved. Right. So that has been always the case.
Well, and what that feels like to me is participatory assessment, which is part of the AGDM strategy, is including people along. It's sort of, again, living the values that AGDM is all about, and making sure that we check in with the groups, with the refugees, with everybody along the way.
Yep.
Okay.
Good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to keep her.
I want to stay.